So now what we want to do is add a mesh plane. And let's go ahead and rotate this 90 degrees. And we'll move it back here. Go ahead and like frame this up. So I'm going to select this fish. Hopefully I have everything. Nope. Let me hide. Oh, where'd this go? I'm going to title this background. Okay, I'm going to hide the background for now and fish one so I can turn on X-ray, select all of this one, and turn this back on. Move this one down a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to scale it out. I'm going to go ahead and set up a camera. So I'm going to add a camera. Camera. Should only have to just zoom it out here. Just kind of get this to fit that pretty evenly. Okay, so then we're going to go into the shading tab with our background here selected. We will click on new. Let's go ahead and highlight these and drag them over. Over here I'm going to press Shift A and I'm going to search texture coordinate, Shift A, mapping, Shift A, gradient, texture, Shift A, color, ramp. Okay, I'm going to move the color into base color, this color into factor, this vector into vector, and this window into vector. So I'm going to go ahead and change this black color to like a blue. Okay, another thing you can try, I'm going to change this to B-spline. Yeah, I don't know if I like that better or not. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so now let's go back to layout and let's turn on our render preview. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add light. And I know, but it's just the easiest way. I know you wouldn't use the sun. Sun is not going to be happening in oh, I don't like that shadow. And I'm going to go here to shadow and turn that off. I don't want to see any shadows. And I'm just going to turn this up. Maybe that's a little too bright. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to add light and add a spotlight here. Just going to go ahead and just kind of drag this up a bit. Let's go ahead and go to the object data properties for the light, which is the light bulb here. Okay, so we're going to change the power to 80 and we're going to change the color to like a very light little aqua blue here. I'm not seeing much of a difference here. It might be because of my sunlight. Put it at 1 for now. We're just going to increase this radius just a little bit so that circle kind of comes out here. Then I'm going to come here to where it says blend and I'm going to increase this to about right here so that you have these two circles here made. Okay, then we're going to move this over and just rotate it so it's kind of coming in through the side here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add a mesh cube. So add mesh cube. And we want to kind of scale this out to be about the size of our, maybe our background or our fish. Definitely want our fish to fit in there. We want the whole camera thing to be in there. We need to make this wider so that it also fits our light. Okay, so something up sort of like that. Okay, now with this cube selected, we're gonna go, where did that cube go? I'm not gonna find it. Get all this stuff out of here. Okay, we're gonna name this cube volume. That's our spotlight here, sun. Okay, so volume, we're gonna go to the shading tab. We are going to create a new and delete this principled BSDF. So right now we have this material output. You're gonna Shift A and search principled volume. And we're going to insert volume to volume. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop this. Well, oh, that's density 1. We're going to do like 0.3-ish for now. Now we're going to select this color here. We're going to drop it down a little bit and kind of raise it up here into the, like, the blue area. I don't know, I might have to change it to 0.1. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to layout and we're gonna add another spotlight. So add light spot. Okay, we're gonna drag this up to where the ring is almost kind of like midpoint here, and then we're gonna drag it back. Whoop, not that way. On the red axis. And I'm not sure if I need to move this back or not. I don't want it to be inside my light there. So with this light selected, we're going to change the power to 15,000. So that's 1530 zeros. And I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. Let's scale it in a little bit, maybe move it down a little bit. I'm going to go back. I'm going to select this light and go back to the, was it this light? No, this cube here. Sorry. I'm going to go back to shading. I'm going to turn that up to 0.2 and we can see that maybe you can see this light better. Yeah, a little bit better. Maybe I've moved it too far back. Okay, so looking at the rendered image, I think that this is kind of okay, but it maybe needs to be lifted up a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I think I had originally scaled this. I'm gonna scale it back down. So I'm just gonna keep playing with it and just keep rendering. It's okay, I just think it needs another light here at the top, maybe. Not at the top, but towards the front. Okay, one thing I also want to do is I'm going to grab this fish. I'm going to grab this whole fish here. Why is the spotlight in there? Get out. I'm just going to rotate it just a little bit. And maybe do the same thing for this one. So what I might try, I'm going to remove this sun and I'm gonna add instead a area light. Hit right here on the fish and increase that, see what that kind of looks like. And I know I'm gonna need to probably be at least 2,000. I'm going to go back to my cube, change the shading, and maybe try 0.2 now. Okay, I'm going to go, let me click this again. Try 1500. Okay, I'm going to go to render image again. This one's a little better. Can't really see the little ray of sunshine right now. It's a little too bright, I think, still. So I'm going to, again, change this to 1000. And maybe change this one. Okay, one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go to this world strength and I'm going to change it. Bring it down to black. I just think it's going to help me be able to see more like what I'm doing here. So I can definitely see this light better. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. I'm going to go ahead and give it a blue tint also. But definitely still needing some light here on the fish. Let me go back to the world tab here. Okay, let me try it now. Render image. Okay, I think this is probably the best that it's looked so far. I have a little shadow here that I'm not crazy for. The light maybe could be a little bit, what is it? Light brighter. So I'm going to increase that and then I'll try it again. So what I did here is with the cube, I ended up having to turn it down all the way to 0.1. So it's almost non-existent. I'm going to go now to, I'm going to click on this. Which one's is not this one, this one. Oh, I have 16,000 though. I don't know if it's going to get any brighter. A little bit. Let's try 20. Not much brighter. So I think honestly I'm pretty okay with that. So that's the one that I'm going to render maybe and turn in. Okay, now we're going to add light point. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of drag this up. Move it back a little bit. We're going to go ahead and increase the power to 500. Oh. We're going to put it kind of here around where this thing pops up. We want it to for sure still be in this cube. Let me see what the difference is here. Okay, so it makes it a little bit brighter up there. Let me go ahead. I want this to kind of be even height with the other ones here. Maybe a little bit lower. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this a blue tint. Okay, I'm going to click on this cube. Let me go back to this shading. And I'm just going to mess with this. I'm not sure. That's kind of hard because we're not... It doesn't really show here what all this looks like. I'm going to increase this first to about 0.4. Okay, I'm going to turn it back. Okay, I don't see a huge difference, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Go back to layout. Okay, so hopefully you get it to a good spot. Then you can go ahead and render image. Once you get it, go to image, save as. Make sure you know where it's going. And save that there, and then you'll turn in that image for this part of the assignment. Don't forget to save your work, because then we'll do an animation with it next.